Oh my goodness, the challenges of bringing Red Sonja to life. There's multiple ones. One is actually getting the movie made at all, because this version of the movie, or a movie of Red Sonja has been in development for like 17 years. Way before I was ever involved in it. So, and that studio, a company called Millennium Films, so they make The Expendables and Hitman's Bodyguard and the last Hellboy movie. They've made hundreds of movies. But they've been trying to get a Red Sonja movie made for this incredible amount of time, with a bunch of different directors attached. So, and I had wanted to make a Red Sonja movie for years, since I made my Solomon Kane, and I love heroic fantasy sword and sorcery movies. I adore them. I adore the genre. They're not made very much, and it's really hard to get a job making them. So I chased this movie for a long time. Every time there was another director attached, I didn't get the job. I was disappointed, and then that director would fall out, and then I'd go back and try again, and I'd try again and try again. And eventually, about 3 or 4 years ago, I was having a meeting with the production company, and they said, oh, this new director, we're not going to go ahead with them. And I just said, give it to me. Just give it to me. I know what to do with this. And they were like, okay, I guess. But also they knew that, they'd spent so much money on developing it. They knew they had to get it made that summer. And my kind of imperative was simply, I will get this made for you. I will use all my skills as a low-budget filmmaker to get this across the line. So there was the production side of it. Casting Sonja, finding the right woman for the role, and that was Matilda Lutz, who's amazing. And then the production side of it was, because there'd been so much development, there was lots of kind of ideas and concepts and scripts and things, and just finding the right ones that would work for the budget and the right ones that would work for my vision. And I hate using words like vision, but it's true. You've got to have a sense of what the film is. And I knew what I wanted to do. And I also knew that my resources were going to be limited. So I wasn't going to have a big CG budget. And I wasn't going to have lots of time. So it was important to make the film as practical as possible, so that we shot in as real places and did real special effects and not kind of the visual effects, which are the post ones. Now there's a Cyclops in this movie, and that's, obviously that's a CG thing, but all the other stuff, like the burning forests and all the locations and all the running, jumping, chasing and the sword fighting, that's all practical. So the challenge is to make as practical a feeling movie as possible, and that's partly just because I love practical feeling effects. I'm kind of an old school filmmaker rather than a kind of gimmicky modernish one. So those are the challenges, just getting it done at all and then getting it shot in a way which made it feel real and practical.